All right, hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the OS Talk. Today is July 8th, 2015. We're going to be talking with Peppy and Flyte over the OS Next. This is our second video on this. We hope to get some more questions answered. How you guys doing today?
I'm doing good, thanks.
Doing good too, thanks.
All right. I'd also like to note that this is the first time we've actually had an interview with two people on the same microphone, so hopefully everything will be pretty good. And how are you doing today, Deadbeat? Forgot to introduce my co-host.
I'm actually doing pretty well.
All right. Well, we'll jump right into this today. There's quite a few people here, and there's a lot of people that want to know what's going on with the future of OS, so let's jump right into it. We've got this set for a few sections that we'll be asking on each thing, and whichever one of you feels that you have the best answer for it, just feel free to come right up there. So the first question we have is with the forums. So we've seen the test version of the new forums, as you can kind of go there and check it out. Can we expect any more design work to be done to that, or is that something that's mostly done and now it's moving over to the test phase?
There's still a lot of work to be done there. What you see there is still experimental, as we are trying to polish the site as we go. Because as we implement stuff, we figure out like some things just simply wouldn't work, and trying to figure out on.
Has there been anything like from the beginning of the implementation with it that you've just had to change right away, or something that like how much has bringing that site out to testing helped with fixing bugs and working on design choices?
One of the ongoing things, the biggest issue we've had reading through the feedback is the change from paginated threads to doing a real-time loading, infinite scrolling and a deal. And I think we're still not happy with how it's working right now, and we're definitely still working on improving it, getting things running as smooth as we want. Especially like when you're trying to scroll up through a thread right now, images load and it kind of pushes you around, and we need to get it to the point where it feels like it should. Like at the moment, people don't know how to describe it, but it feels uneasy.
Yeah, it's not so much
feel
as like a seamless move, you know. It kind of like
I feel like that sort of format is better for smaller threads that are maybe like 1 to 5 pages long. Once you start getting to pages that are like 50 plus, I kind of prefer the older system.
Yeah,
with
that
the pages.
said, like I understand that viewpoint, but I really want to keep trying without going back to pagination. So we're gonna keep going and see if we can get it working properly. The other thing is, I think what a lot of people are feeling is there's actually quite a difference in the performance when you're scrolling through the page. Right now, it's pretty bad performance. So the extra latency, it's a matter of milliseconds difference per scroll, per like mouse wheel incrementation, but it adds up, and like you can't really describe what's wrong, but it just doesn't feel right.
yeah, it's not like it's pretty. It looks nice at first, but like 1,000-page plus thread. Once you start scrolling down there, it just starts to get choppy. It doesn't move as smooth as it does on the smaller threads, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's still really nice. I've actually kind of enjoyed using that, and the fact that it updates in real time along with the actual thing, it just lets you test things out yourself, and it's really cool for the feedback. So we do have a few other questions in regards to the forums. Will threads come with custom banners?
Yeah. For the future threads, the user will be able to add in whatever they want on top, so like to personalize the themselves. So yeah.
That's cool. So, like, say for example, if you were making a thread in help and you had a specific issue, you could actually even like put like in the custom banner, you'd be able to put like maybe an image of the issue that's going on too, for like quick visual reference.
Yeah, for example, if they want to create their own waifu trade, they can put a picture of their waifu on it. So yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
think
can
it's
kind of see the thread banner being helpful for those sorts of threads. The tech support ones, not so much, but those ones, yeah.
Yeah,
Well-
I think for tech support, it probably won't be as useful. In fact, it may be disabled by default.
Will that
just
be the
because,
same for
like,
feature requests?
that's an interesting one. We'd have to discuss that, I think.
Okay.
I just say, please don't let it be enabled on off topic.
Oh,
I think it would have to be enabled on off topic. Isn't that like the perfect place for it?
Oh, it would just look so crazy. I mean, you'd have a couple threads that would look decent, and then you'd have like a top 10 normal, like actual players of the game waifu threads. Like, and I can totally see that though. You just scroll them down.
Life right now.
Well, no, you just scroll down and you see all these normal images and stuff, and then you just see a bunch of like the players of our game plastered on there doing duck faces, and that would be a thing. That would be a thing now.
Well, isn't that what you go to off topic for? I mean, I don't visit that place, but I assume you guys
I go there
get some
for-
enjoyment out of it.
I go there for the Mafia myself. I like the forum games, but ever since
yeah.
I found the IRC Mafia, I don't go there that much anymore. I used to, you couldn't stop me from posting in there, but nowadays, I don't know. It's strange.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right, there.
Yeah, Off-Topic itself is a very strange place.
Okay. All right, Deadbeat. Feel free to take the next couple questions.
Right, yeah, so the next one I wanted to talk about is the announcements. Currently they're at the top of the forums, but if you go to the forum, the test build that we can go to, you can't actually see them. Are they going to go to a new place, or what's going to happen with them?
By announcements, you mean the news posts, pretty much, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Flyte's giving me a weird look, so I assume that means that we have not actually discussed where the announcements are going yet.
Oh, this is
What?
great.
more like I'm not quite sure what that's supposed to mean. I have to see this.
These here.
Oh, that. Yeah, they're gonna be there. They're gonna be there. I think. To look into it.
Yes, yes. To be entered.
Oh, that was so good. That was so
To be
good.
decided.
No, bad phone.
And there's the phone.
I'm taking the battery out. You know what? There.
You know, you should have a special segment whenever that phone goes off.
It go. I swear to you, it goes off every interview without fail, and it's always usually somebody with something really minute to tell me, like, "Oh, hey, man, you left a soda at my fridge." Well,
You need to
thank
create like a persona which is like fridge. Sorry, not fridge. Phone channel or something, which comes in every time the phone rings.
Oh man.
We could totally just make a video of every single instance where the phone is rung during one of these discussions.
Well, I broke the one wired phone I had because like they kept calling. I think it was somebody that was actually on the talk with us, and they had found my number. It's not too hard, I guess. I probably should.
That's scary.
Yeah, it is scary, but like they just kept blowing my phone up, so I just smashed it, and it was just a little.
Wow.
Yeah, it was just a little $10 cord phone. But anyways, go ahead, Deadbeat. I apologize on all that.
We were talking about the announcements, weren't we? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you think you might end up putting them back where they already are, or do you think you'll
Yes.
keep that the not
Yes,
so
I-
random subtitles banner there?
No, I think they will end up where they currently are, plus on the front page, as they currently are.
So no
I-
change.
I do have a question to that though. Because right now, with only looking at the site, like if you just go to os.ppy.sh and you look at the announcements, you can only get so many before you have to go to the Tumblr itself. Is that something that's going to change in the future? Will you be able to look back at like the older archives from the
I would
main site?
say so. Yeah, it's yeah. I definitely want to have all of the previous announcements visible, because the Tumblr the Tumblr site doesn't have comments and stuff as well, so it's kind of gimped in a way.
Yeah, and I always noticed, like, I was trying to go back and see exactly if we still had links to the winning people from last year's OS Idol, and I realized I couldn't get there from the site. I actually had to go to the
it's
Tumblr.
a bit of a pain.
Yeah. Okay, so the next one's a little bit
Can I do
silly.
this one?
Go for it. You can do that one.
Okay, this is one that everyone I think has been asking. Why? Why is it jizz.ppy.sh?
Why not? I mean,
It just seems so
I
out of
don't
place.
I don't understand why it's such a big deal.
Because no one expected it.
I mean,
I want people to cream their pants
Well,
whenever we release
I mean,
something.
Oh.
whenever Flyte and I are discussing his designs, it's always a matter of, is this new design, is this new leak he's doing on OS Next, is it going to cause people to
Cream
cause a
their
mess in their
pants.
pants or not? And if it's not, then honestly we don't need it. It doesn't deserve a place in the future of us.
Yeah.
This logic.
so we're basing the entire new look is how much it makes you cream your jeans. If it
Correct.
makes
Yeah.
if it makes you cream your jeans, you're doing the right thing.
I
So-
mean, my goal at the end of the day is to
Just have people
create something which causes worldwide disaster, which is a shortage of pants as people need to buy new ones.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I don't think we could ask for a better answer.
Now I have a little side question to that. Now, have you ever thought maybe there for a moment though that that domain might that domain wouldn't have been taken. Oh my god. It's just like when I looked at that the first time when it said jizz.ppy.sh, I was so reluctant to click on that because I mean we've both been around on the internet forever. If you saw that and you put it into the context of what you normally see on the regular basis of scrolling around the internet, I thought, oh man, that is totally someone's messing with us. That I'm gonna get there.
Well, I mean, that's just a matter of trust, isn't it? I mean, it's still a ppy.sh domain, so it's a matter of how much you trust me.
If they don't find it cool, I'm sorry to say that they're not cool.
Oh no, it's definitely cool.
Eventually, obviously jizz.ppy.sh is just the testing site, and it's not going to be like that forever.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm pretty sure you did something humorous the last time we had a test forum too. It was named something. It was named something weird.
Yeah.
All right, and so with the
I
forums,
remember the other one.
that's pretty much what the main questions we had there. I can't remember the name of the other one either, Deadbeat, but it was ridiculous.
Oh,
We got so much. We had so much fun with that one because he literally let us do anything in there. We were just testing like limitations, so we got to take really old threads and make them explode because it was just all like just multiples, you know. I do have one final question with the forums and stuff like that. Now, everybody's got their user pages and stuff still. That's something that's not going away. We've seen, things like that. But, like, how much customization are you guys thinking about adding towards team pages when we get to that bridge?
A lot.
Has anything been released on OS Next
Um,
with regards to team pages yet?
the team pages, I'm not sure if I released it, but I already.
there was one teaser image of the chat. There was another of the main page, so not that much.
Okay, well, for the team pages, they'll have their own cover too. That's pretty basic and all stuff. And then on the page itself, they can customize what they want to put there. If I'm not mistaken, I have to look at it.
Yeah, I think teams are still something which we're kind of getting the basics together for, but we're kind of. I'm looking to make teams very flexible. So if people want to make a team which is just about a group of friends which is playing together, not competitively, they can customize their profile in a way that only that kind of shows that, while if they're actually a competitive team, they can switch out the modules which are displayed towards the top of their team page to kind of show their ranks off and, give people more of an idea that they're about the competitive play.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, that way you're breaking it up for both slices of gameplay. You got your casual people that might just want to upgrade the space to make it look cool. And then you've got your more professional side that would be using it for the stats and numbers of wins or tournaments that they might have played in.
Yeah, my ultimate goal is I just want people to fight each other, that's all.
Oh, man. Okay, so...
Why is it every time Flyte comes on here, it just degenerates to silly stuff like this?
It's not degeneration. That's the creative process. He's a mastermind. Don't let his silly nature take you by surprise. He's cooking all kinds of good things in that brain of his.
We need to get him on here more often.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree with that. All right, so now this one's one I wanted to talk a little bit about. Now, OS Direct will be seeing quite the facelift as well, correct?
Yeah.
All right, so one of the things that people have been asking for is for filters, and I know that filters aren't something that's, while it's not superly important, it is something that people have been asking. So, with Direct getting a rehaul, are we going to see stuff like filters by game mode?
Yeah, why not? Pretty much, at the end of the day, everything which is available on the website should also be available in OS Direct, and I'm pretty sure we already have game filters on the website. Yeah. So
I'm pretty sure there's been a few. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's been a few feature requests to have more like filtering on OS Direct like you can get on the web, and I think there's also been a few requests for being able to search maps that contain specific difficulty settings. Is that something possible as well?
Yeah. And, where I'm kind of working on a system which is mostly text query based, so you can say like difficulty, similar to Song Select where you can do the range searches and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so glad that got added.
Yeah, so I kind of want to make it very using simple keywords, so you can pretty much type an English query in and it'll give you the results you expect. I mean, similar to how Facebook do things these days, where their one search box does all.
Yeah. Now this one isn't so much related to the OS Direct, but I did want to kind of talk about this because it sparked up some discussion. In one of the teasers, it shows that each difficulty shown in the map also has the mapper's name next to it for the entire set. Now, I don't know if that was just maybe an error or something, but is that kind of foreshadowing the chance of map sets having multiple creators in the future?
The designs are not final yet. I'm still looking into it. So, and whatever was teased, that was like done a long time ago, and we already have like new stuff.
Yeah, and that's understandable.
I can say that I don't really have intentions of having multiple creators per map set as per se, but I do want to add a kind of tagging system for collaboration. So while the map set is still owned by a single user, you can tag other users in specific difficulties where they may have helped you out.
Alright, cool. Alright, let's see here.
Sorry, can't you already do that, adding the mapper name to the map tags already?
You can, but it's kind of haphazard. You don't get proper user links to the user and stuff.
Yeah,
I'd rather have I'd rather have the actual user show up with their avatar and stuff. Actually have a proper facility for it rather than just using keyword tags.
Oh, okay, that'd be cool.
Yeah, so it's like a legit tag in every sense of the word, and see like a little bubble with the guy pop up and be like, hey, I helped here. Oh, that would be kind of neat. I know that when you do replays and stuff, that's something I want to ask that I don't see here. with replays, watching replays in the game, I'm not sure you guys probably even messed with this yet, but I don't think you're going to get rid of the Doga-style replies anytime soon, but is there anything you're going to do to try to improve that a little bit, or do you like the chaos as the chaos is?
We haven't looked into that yet, but I'm sure Flyte will come up with something for it that improves on what we currently have. Also, I'm pretty sure, I probably shouldn't be saying this, but I'm pretty sure Nico Nico Doga have a patent on that
I'm
system.
pretty sure it's patented.
Oh,
So
crap.
I think we're infringing a patent there or something. But...
Oh, maybe we make it scroll up or something. Something.
Well, originally I had them pause in the middle of the screen, but then someone, it wasn't me, I think MM201 changed it so they scroll continuously, which means they're actually infringing the patent now, but
You could always just, like, have them go everywhere. I mean, because anyways, at this point in day, like, if you get to a popular map or something, it's literally just a wall of white.
Yeah, well, recently I started to purge older comments, so there was a like a rolling purge schedule for them now.
Ah. Hooray.
Yeah, because they just got out of hand, and keeping the old comments around didn't really serve much purpose when all the comments are pretty much saying the same thing.
Pretty much. That or ah.
Yeah, there are a lot of maps, and it's just every single comment is essentially the same.
Okay, so there's not really too much to talk about with that, but now we've seen a few things on your blog here. As of late, you've had a few like sizzle teasers, I would say, and so we want to kind of go into skin design. Now, it kind of looks like it. We can't be 100% sure, of course. We've only seen a few things, but with the combo bursts and not combo bursts, but the hit bursts and the I don't know what would be a good thing to call that.
Spinner.
No, not the spinner. Like the animation of the triangles that pop around. I guess the animation there. Is the new skin gonna be a neon style theme, or is that just kind of how the 300s are gonna play out, or is it still just experimental?
Currently it's still experimental, but what I had in mind is why I choose that kind of style, because I wanted something game-ish, like what the rhythm game. A lot of rhythm games, they're all using these glowy things, but I want to still try to keep it clean at the same time, not like overdone like some Voltex or mess. So I want to keep it like nice, like maybe like glowy. You call it neon, but I just call it glowy.
Yeah.
And at the same time, it has to match everything else with the rest of the UI of the site. So it's quite a challenge. If I just simply use the rest of the UI, which is kind of flat and all, if translating to the gameplay, it just kind of look boring. It look like
and I really did actually. Oh God, no!
What?
Got it. He tried to break me. I caught that joke and I wasn't ready. I was not ready. He said,
what?
kind of gimp, and I was just like, oh God. Anyways, you guys missed it.
Yep, I totally missed it. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
Anyways, I'm gonna regain my composure. But is it possible to move skin elements now? Is that something we're gonna be able to do in the future? Like, I'm not exactly sure how Deadbeat wanted that question, but I'm gonna kind of take my own assumption off of it. Will you be able to easily swap out skin elements, and will it be something that doesn't require, as of now, if you do any kind of changes to skins or you change the menu, I think the only thing that refreshes real time is the menu background when creating skins, but is that something that's going to be changing as we move forward? Is live skin editing going to be something that happens?
Yeah, so my vision for skin editing is that everything is going to be done in-game, and you're never going to have to deal with an INI file, or, like, pretty much you'll enter a gameplay mode, which can drag images into the OS client into certain catch areas, and that will replace them in real time. And
Wow.
you'll be able to drag around the elements. That's Flyte side of things.
Imagine Android as you know, you can move around your widget on your screen and then you can resize them. It's exactly that's what we had in mind.
Cool.
I could just think of like a lot of hilarious things to try to do almost instantly with them being able to just drag and drop objects straight into the window and edit them lively. But that's actually really neat.
Because currently it's pretty limited. All they do is just skin the elements, which is just simply change the image file. But what I wanted them to do is like they go crazy with it, and with this they can't blame me for having a shitty design. if the design is shit, it's their fault. So
Yeah,
so
I
they can
have,
go crazy.
Yeah, one quick question with that. If it's going to be a drag and drop thing, how will that work with animated skin elements? Will that be like you can drag it .gif and that'll import it, or how would that work?
The GIF
Yeah, that
GIF
thing.
files are pretty badly compressed, so I never plan on supporting them. Like, even though I could easily support them, I'm not going to.
Don't do it.
So it'll likely be just PNG sequences as we currently have. Internally, we have a lot planned for optimization, so even if you have a sequence of PNGs internally, we're going to merge them into a single sprite sheet and do the animation that way. But yeah, I think it's going to remain just sequences of images. One thing we may support in the future is video elements. But keep in mind, for video elements, transparency becomes an issue.
Yes,
So
it
it's
does.
not so much suited for things like hit circles.
Yeah, that would be kind of weird to see.
No.
I mean, we've got video working with transparency already, so it's not like it's not possible.
Yeah.
There's a bit of knowledge as to how to get your videos in there correctly.
Speaking of animation and stuff like that, recently I've made it known that I've been working on the Yuzu animation and stuff, and I've updated that. In terms of like animation speeds, will you be able to toggle, or well, not toggle, toggle's a terrible word for it, but when dropping in a
Is the
pre-rendered
frame rate?
Yeah, will you be able to set a specific frame rate
Yeah,
for?
of course.
All right, cool.
I'm pretty sure you already can in skins, but it's global to the skin. It's not per.
Yeah,
Yeah.
If you see it, remember it applies to everything, not just a specific element.
Yeah. It will be per element from going forward.
Oh, that makes me so happy.
Well, I mean, it should have been from the start. It's just the current skinning system isn't that flexible. Like, we would have to add a separate INI value for each element right now, and there's no real easy way to automate that in the current system.
I'm looking
Alright.
forward to this more and more now.
All right, Deadbeat. Go ahead and take the next couple.
Yeah, the last part I wanted to talk about with the skin design. With the key buttons, how you've got the K1, K2, M1, M2, I noticed that the K button got changed to the actual Z and X. Does that mean it's going to be to the actual buttons that you press, or will it just be ZX?
That's just a sample. Look at the signing.
So it will be specific key bindings then.
Well, depends on the skin. Some skin might not even show the key.
I
some
don't
skin
see
might-
why it shouldn't show it. The only issue will be replays and whether we can get that in there. I mean, at the moment, replays are the most inflexible thing. So it depends on when we get around to fixing replays to actually support things like that. But yeah, potentially, replays should contain the keys you were using and everything.
All right.
Sweet.
Now,
I think, should we move on to the mythic, or do you want to keep going on?
I do want to ask one other thing. How much of the UI do you guys plan to have editable by the community by the end of this? Like, what's the main goal there? Are you trying to go for full customization, or do you have like a percentage you're thinking on?
Okay, my current thoughts are like we've said that we want backwards compatibility and as much skinability as possible, but I mean, you have to understand that I'm sure you do that backwards compatibility just adds a huge technical overhead.
Yeah.
So my current plans are to support backwards compatibility for gameplay and for specific things like mod icons, but long select and the ranking screen will be probably unskinnable initially for the initial version. So you'll be able to use old skins for cursors, for hit circles, for sliders, for all the game mode stuff. But if you want to skin the other stuff, you'll have to wait until we get support in there for that.
All right.
Yeah, I do remember you actually saying something along those lines in the first discussion.
Yeah, and I mean things like on the ranking screen, people have ranking screen specific backgrounds. Like those will still be available. The things which can obviously still be reused in a completely different design will be used from older skins. It's just the things which no longer exist, which we have no way of actually re-implementing, that we won't be able to use.
All right. Okay, so we'll move on to our last section of our questions that we have for you today, and this is just the miscellaneous.
I've got the first one.
Yeah, not a problem. These are just random questions that we had that kind of goes with a few other things, so feel free to take that away.
So, a while back, we got that lovely new shirt design with the new OS design on it. Will we be seeing any other stuff like that happening at some point in the future?
I have no idea how to answer this.
I think the last is enough.
Alright,
Can we like send you a sneak peek or two to include in the YouTube video of this or something?
Oh,
sure, yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Flyte's done up some pretty, in my opinion, pretty awesome t-shirt designs, which we haven't got up on the store yet, but we plan on getting up in the next couple of months.
Can I just get like a picture of you two, like just with the biggest smiles ever, and wear that as a t-shirt? I would really like that as a t-shirt. That would be great.
There was one other thing I remember seeing, and I kind of agree with this. With the current shirt that's already on the market, will there be options to have different colors for the triangles, or only the shirt color itself?
I haven't even seen this one. When did you do this?
We're looking at the new t-shirts which we haven't revealed yet, and
That's
this is the
awesome.
first time that
I'm ordering that one.
I'm just saying,
I
though.
kind of want one.
You'd have like, you could have Peppy on the front with like both fingers pointing out, and he's just smiling, and Flyte on the back, with, like giving you a thumbs up and winking at you. It'd be great.
Yeah, no.
I've
Oh,
completely forgotten that I've designed all this shit actually.
When did you do this one?
well, as we wait for just a moment while they're talking over those, so far,
Oh, they're done.
okay. I was gonna say, there's all kinds of stuff that you could check out at the store while they're muted there. Now, as you guys have probably already known, if you've looked through the store, you could see like they have phone cases. We saw the shirt. Oh, and they're back. Okay.
I linked that one.
Yeah.
I linked the one we were just discussing.
Oh,
All right.
whoa,
I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at that
It's
real
probably-
quick.
that is
Kind of
cool.
Oh. I mean,
Yeah, so
you
Flight's
guys,
got a few of these really simple, but if you know what it is, epic designs up his sleeve.
Oh yeah. And I mean, that little teaser right there, like, just had people blowing up over something you'd think is simple, and people are just like, they love it. Just the ability to spin faster. And it's gotta go fast.
Take all my money.
Yeah, exactly.
Shut up and take my money!
Private jets.
I'm glad that you guys loved it.
As for different colored triangles, I think we had a vote when we initially released those
Yeah.
t-shirts and chose the color which was the color combination which was most popular.
Yeah, I had a lot of like variations, and the one that we have on the store now is the one that we think is the best.
I think we may be doing like kind of editions of shirts. So the next, once we sell all those existing ones, we may start a different color and kind of go around in seasons.
Yeah.
Could you potentially do one based on the default, the triangles that appear on the default background?
I don't know which ones those are,
Are you
but
talking about
maybe.
Because when you have the default OS skin, it'll have all the triangles and stuff like that. Could you use those colors? Because they look pretty good.
Are you talking about?
Cutting Edge?
Yeah, he's talking about Cutting Edge, the pretty colors.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure how to print that on the shirt.
Yeah, I was about like, that's a lot of very rare, unique colors. That
It's
would be a
gonna
very
cost a
expensive
bomb.
shirt. Yeah, it'd be a super expensive shirt. So if anybody's been following the OS Next scene, our viewers and people alike, you'll notice that Peppy's been updating his blog quite a bit, and they've been showing things that you wouldn't consider as normal teasers. But there's also been things, also like the After Effects flowcharts. So, what kind of more teasers do you have planned? Like, are things going to be wrapping up? Or are we going to hit a moment of silence before things get real serious, or do you plan to consistently update?
I hit a dilemma in a way because when I released that, I can't think of anything else post up that would be better than
The previous week.
than the previous one.
I've been telling Flyte every week, like, he keeps posting more amazing stuff. I'm like, you're never going to be able to do better than this. You should probably, like, you know, tone down the jizz levels, as we tend to refer to it. But so far, I think he's doing well.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
We're still getting...
You said tone down the jizz levels with like no, like, just like it's a normal occurrence.
Well, maybe we've just been using that word too much, but it is
Maybe.
pretty normal to us.
Other than that, we just said things like set internet on fire and stuff.
Yeah.
But I think G's just like explains everything.
All right.
This office sounds amazing. I need to visit it.
Okay. And now the design work has been going on for quite some time, and it seems like you guys have covered almost every aspect of OS. But in all honesty, from both of you, what's your favorite part you've had to work on so far?
Correction, it's not most, but a lot of the areas are still not done yet. Most of the things that you've seen on online, they are actually drafts, so they are very far from final. So like there's been a lot of revisions to the design. Like for example, the forum, that there are ongoing revisions, and there are many other unannounced things going on revision.
Yeah, there's really I mean, the problem we have is that we can't implement Flyte's designs as fast as he actually designs them. So there's a lot of stuff that he's already designed which hasn't actually seen the light of day yet. And therefore Flyte is also like redoing his existing designs, updating them as he goes forward, and like improves other areas. So because it's when you're working on a system, a community, you know, a game as big as us, there's a lot to cover, and as you like redesign the whole game in say a period of 6-8 months, you go back
2 years, I think. But
Oh.
a year plus, I think.
yeah, okay, on and off.
Yeah.
You go back to the start and look at the first designs you did and realize they don't match
Yeah.
the last ones at all. So it's kind of a ongoing process.
It's a dilemma. Designer's dilemma.
It can be quite a hassle trying to keep everything at the same sort of design concept.
Yeah.
But I think part of the question was, what's your favorite part? So Flyte.
Working with the motion graphics, like trying to explain the depths on how this thing moves, on how this thing pops up, and all stuff. I think it's the most stressful, but I think that's the most fun.
Yeah, so a lot of the stuff Flyte's been doing on the OS client, he tries to explain it to us, and he's just like, yeah, it needs to whiz bang and explode and like inertia everywhere.
Whiz bang and
triangles,
explode.
And
triangles, additives,
parallax and
blending,
things flying around, and they just
blur, shaders, and yeah, we're like, yep, that I'm sure you have a picture of what you want in your mind, but we cannot see that. So that's where Flyte started to do the video work in. He's using After Effects for that, and I think that's what he's referring to as.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to see more of that because that's honestly the coolest stuff.
Yeah, I honestly enjoyed working on it too, but like I said, it's the most stressful thing.
I wish I had seen some of these conversations. They sound
You okay there, Deadbeat?
no.
I
I'm
think.
actually tempted to go back and check every single backlog I can find to see if I can see any mention of this stuff. Oh.
David, you're breaking up actually, we can't hear you.
Yeah. You seem to be having a few technical difficulties.
Weird.
Yeah. Anyways, though, before we get on to the community questions, the last question we have here is definitely written by Deadbeat, so I'm going to let him ask that one for you. If he can.
How many Nindoroids do we need to donate to get more teasers?
What do you mean, how many more? I get none so far.
Okay, well, how many do we need to donate before we get more teasers?
As many as you can.
Alright.
I need to start working on this.
Okay, so now we're getting to the part where you guys are ready here. Now, if you have a question for either Peppy or Flyte, make sure to go ahead and send a message to either Ztrat or Deadbeat. We will go through them. Try to make them somewhat not like super big spiels. We're kind of the main interview went a little bit long, so we're going to try to go through these. We want to make sure everyone that's here at least gets a chance to ask one if they want to. So whenever you guys are ready, we do have a few already. Let's see here. Actually, no, that's just people just asking about things that you had already said. So I don't have anything yet. Deadbeat, do you have anything?
Well, Bryce101 was asking why is Oz pink?
Why is us pink?
Why is awesome?
Yeah, apparently that's what he wants to know.
Why is the sky blue? Why is grass green? I think there's some science behind it, actually. Oz is probably pink because,
I like pink. It makes you happy.
yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Are we
Why not? There
talking
we go.
about the psychological reasoning behind it, or Actually, the first OS logo I released, in fact, the first build I released, I'm pretty sure it was orange.
It was orange.
So yeah,
Okay.
it wasn't pink from the start.
Okay. I'm not gonna ask that first one because they probably already know who Flyte is now from listening to the interview. But DragonSlayer96 does ask a very important question. When this is all finally implemented, will it be just like a regular update to OS, or is this something that will actually make you have to reinstall the game? I can't imagine you wanting it to be something that you have to reinstall for.
Regular update.
Yeah, it'll probably just be a just like what we see now in terms of updates, a new build, and then once it launches, you'll be like, bye-bye, that version of OS forever. It's happened a few times.
Yeah, the good thing is, now that I have the release streams implemented, we can keep older versions around. So while everyone will be updated automatically to the new version when this is released, there will be I don't know, we call it probably a legacy release stream, which will have a version which is locked in place just before like all the skinning changes happen. So if people want to go back, they can. Obviously, score submission may be disabled on that build at some point in the future, probably 1 or 2 months after the new release. But you know, I plan on keeping the old builds around just for nostalgic value.
Yeah.
Cool.
I do have an.
so tempted to see paid DLCs.
Oh no! Don't do it! Don't do it!
Don't do what?
DLC.
Oh.
Get your Christmas
pay
Pippy
with your
now,
Os
probably.
coins.
Get your Christmas
Download.
Pippy DLC now.
Only for 5 Os coins.
Which roughly converts to $500. We want jets. Anyways, this is a question. Now, I don't really see like the. It's kind of got a little bit of weird validity, but I think it's something that you guys can finally clear up. Shadow10201 asks, are there any ideas for expanding the OS store besides new t-shirt designs? And is anyone working on OS Droid at all? Obviously, the store thing's fine, but I kind of want you guys to clear up the whole OS Droid thing, because we get that asked quite a bit.
I honestly can't answer it because I have nothing to do with that project.
Yeah,
I did a bit of checking in on Os Droid recently because someone actually brought it up at the Os Weekly.
yeah.
From what I can tell, it was originally created by someone called Pissits a few years ago,
Right?
and then it looked like he dropped it. I don't know why. And then I think Nico or something like that did a bit more work on it, but again it got dropped.
I know why it
It's
got
never
dropped.
Oh, why did it get dropped?
It got dropped because originally it was using the same score metric as what OS was using, or OS at the time. And then once we changed to performance points, they got really mad and they didn't want to do it anymore. And like there was no longer a score to set it from, and they were trying to rebuild the old scoring metric that we were using, and it just didn't work right because I guess they had set it to fetch scores from the actual game, so it would you could play alongside or something, but they never got it right, and it just went boom.
What I can say is, well, I have nothing to do with the OS Droid, and I'm not going to make any promises here, but we have one developer at the moment working exclusively on OS X support for us, and we're getting quite far in that process. And in supporting OS X, we're actually pretty much getting free support for iOS and Android for the standard OS client.
Oh, cool.
So at some point, I do hope to do a mobile release of the, standard OS.
Now, I know this is gonna end in sadness. I know it's gonna end in sadness, but I have to ask: is there any chance that we'll see stream on Droid?
A stream.
I like the game.
Yeah, I like it too, and I wish I could do more with it, but honestly, if someone comes to me and is willing to take over our stream, as in do everything required to make things happen, then I'd be willing to hand it over to them.
Oh man, you guys heard that here first. Also, the elusive pack has been done for a long time, Peppy. I just wanted to let you know, because I really want that in the game, and I haven't been able to play it. It makes me sad. But anyways, we've got some more questions here.
I've got one here.
All right,
I've
go
got
ahead.
a few, actually. Spartan Cog was wondering if there'll be a system similar to Telerino implemented into the game, or is there potential for something
What?
Is Deadbeat on the International Space Station right now?
I don't know.
Okay, so the question was, will we have a recommendation system in OS, I think? And yes, we already do on the website. There's a recommended difficulty option on the beatmap listing. And while it isn't 100% accurate, it does give you a good selection of maps to start with. I am hesitant to Sorry, I just got an alert telling me to wake up right now, which someone set on my iPhone Siri earlier on today. Anyway, I'm kind of hesitant to go over the top with recommendations because I want us to be like a fun thing and not something which you're like choosing songs based on exactly how many PP they're going to possibly get you. But we do have plans on improving recommendations and integrating them better with us direct.
All right. Okay. Thank you. We do also have. Let me go ahead and grab this one. I don't know how to say your username, but I apologize. I think it's like Kitsetsu no Tori, maybe. But they ask, what will be the max amount of teams you're able to join?
Oh, is that me? I don't know. I mean the options. The options are either one or multiple, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
It's just whether we're going to allow multiple teams or not. I think my vision was that initially we'll only allow one, but that could change down the road.
Yeah, it could definitely be something. I could see it. Like, I don't know if it would ever like really intertwine with the World Cup scene, but yeah, if you had the ability to join multiple teams, I could see that getting kind of confusing at first. So starting it out at once probably the safer thing to do anyways.
Yeah, what may happen is teams, when you create a team, you may need to set what kind of team it is, so whether it's just a friend group or a competitive team. And if we had competitive teams, they would obviously be limited to one of it. So you may be able to join like 5 different friend teams or friend groups, whatever you want to call them, but only one competitive, like, guild kind of thing.
All right. Yeah, I can see that working. We do have one question here from Lava Lolly.
What?
I think it's Lavioolli. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm gonna be quite honest with you. No idea.
Sounds like pasta.
Yeah.
Wait, that's ravioli.
Yeah, like
Ravioli.
Lava Lolly. But
I heard
I'm
love
hungry
and
now.
lolly.
I'm gonna just.
Flyte hears what he wants to hear.
All right. Will upcoming OS Next stuff be added to the cutting edge builds?
Yes.
So you will be able to see that stuff as it trickles in. All right, cool. Alrighty. Let's see here. We have.
I've got a few more.
All right, go for it, Debbie.
Are you going to implement anaglyph or stereoscopic 3D in the near future?
Implement what?
Anaglyph or stereoscopic 3D?
Dude, that would make you throw up. Or at least it would me. I couldn't do 3DOs. I'm sorry, man. Like, could you imagine it, like, coming out and punching you in the face?
I don't know. I've played around with changing the camera positions in OS before, and it's kind of cool, but I don't know if we'll ever make that an actual feature.
All right. We also have a question from King Kevin 30. They ask, how is the multiple scoreboard thing standing right now? I haven't. There's not really that much pretense to it. That's literally what he wrote.
I think I answered that last week on my questions and answers on my blog, but pretty much it's all implemented and it's ready to go, but there's a few subsystems which don't support multiple scores yet, and they need to be looked into. And not only that, there's probably other systems we haven't yet thought of which are going to be affected by that change, because it's a pretty big change when you think about it. It's changing exactly how the mapping of users to scores is happening in the database. So we kind of need to do a full pass over the system or making any changes like that, just to ensure we don't, fuck everything over.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right. So want to get this kind of wrapped up. We're kind of getting towards the end of the time here. I'm going to go through the last couple ones I've got real quick, and then we'll let Deadbeat clear out his cache of questions he might have. These are going to come from multiple users. Dragonslayer96, Bradia102, and Bot Capu. The first question comes from... he heard talk that the .osz was being updated. Is that still being worked on? And if so, will older beatmaps have to be converted to this new format?
Well, I mean, the beatmap submission system already uses the updated version. Conversion is automatic. I don't know if we're going to release it or when that's going to be released, and it'll probably be rewritten from scratch before it's released, because the OSZ2 code is pretty old these days, and I think it needs a review. So no, I don't see that happening before. I think our priorities right now are the redesign of the client and the release of OpenGL.NET 4.5 stuff, and better cross-platform support before we even consider changing the beatmap format.
Yeah. All right. And from the Bradia 102, will there be any changes to the performance point system in the near future?
That's a question for Tom.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure he would answer yes
would...
when he gets the time to do so.
All right.
And if there is a need to do so.
And then the last question here on my side is from Bot Capu. Are OS coins ever coming back? They want them back.
I think the general consensus is yes. A lot of people have shown interest in them, and I'd love to bring them back in. I mean, obviously you won't be able to buy them with real money, but you'll be able to collect them and use them for something in game.
What about all those children you got? I mean, you have to have a small workforce by now, I'd imagine.
I don't ask questions about what happened to those children. That they're under Flyte's supervision.
Oh boy.
Honestly, I don't go.
I'm not gonna tell you what happened to them.
Next
They'll
question.
reappear one day. One day we'll see them again.
All right, Deadbeat, do you have any more questions, or are we wrapping this one up?
I went from Purple Turtle, and he's saying, will there be a beta version, and if it will, when will it be released?
Of us, like the new design, or what?
I think so, yeah, just Osnex in general.
Yeah, well, I mean, it'll be released bit by bit. I don't think we're gonna have everything implemented then be like, bam, beta. It'll just be a constant trickle of changes through Cutting Edge. I mean, all I can say is if you're interested in what's coming, stay on Cutting Edge and keep a watch, because, I mean, changes we make go straight to Cutting Edge. We're not like keeping things from you. As much as I'd love to say that we've already implemented all of Flyte's designs, we really haven't. So if you're sitting on Cutting Edge, you can see exactly what the current status of us is. And we intend on keeping it that way.
Okay, and I've got one final question that I'd like to end this on. So obviously, you've been asked this a lot, and that's when will Osnex be released? And obviously there's no set date. Do you have like a date you'd like to have it done by, at the very least?
2015.
Or is it just we have no idea at all?
2015.
Q4.
So just sometime this year. You'd like to have it done this year.
I say that, and then I look at the calendar, it's already July.
Yeah.
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 Maybe.
Yeah. Let's stick with 2015.
Yeah.
Maybe add a question mark on the end.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe
Was
two.
it 15?
Two question marks. No, that's getting a bit over the top, I'd say.
All right. Okay, well, thank you guys so much for coming out today. We do appreciate it. And obviously, you guys already know. If not, I'll go ahead and add links. We'll put links to Peppy's blog so you can keep track on that. We'll also put a link to Flyte's Osnex teasers and everything that he does with that as well. So if you guys want to check that out, if you've not checked that out, be sure to. And remember, guys, Rhythm's only a click away, and we'll see y'all real soon.
Thanks for having us again.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oz is only a coin away.
I want a coin.
I want a cookie.
I want androids.
I bet you do.
I want more global jizz.
Oh God, yeah.
We're ending on that.